Dr. Patrick Ifaenyi, the 45-year-old billionaire international businessman and philanthropist from Nnewi in Anambra state of Nigeria, a town which is head and shoulders above others in entrepreneurial and business endeavors, keeps pushing the buttons and reinventing himself with very novel and innovative ideas, with the principal aim of building a solid foundation for the growth and development of the Nigerian youth. Of course, as they say, charity begins at home, with a major focus on Anambra State, Nnewi particularly. Dr. Patrick Ifaenyi has over the years embarked on the mobilization and sensitization of youth in Anambra State, leveraging on the very strong and engaging mantra of sports, football particularly, with a lot of emphasis on education to assist them in the strategic application of their God-given talents to use sports as a veritable springboard to rise to the very top in life. The One Family, One Football concept, with which Dr. Patrick Ifaenyi intends to make Anambra State a haven where young talents in sports, football to be precise, are given thorough professional training and sound education, is firmly entrenched among all families in Anambra State today. The world-class 30,000-seater multi-billion naira ultra-modern FC Ifaenyi Stadium in Ozubulu, Anambra State, on which construction is ongoing, is the flagship of Ifaenyi Games Village, a multi-purpose center that will have a restaurant, a hotel, and the ShopRite conglomerate. In fact, the FC Ifaenyi Games Village is like a whole community on its own, which also offers employment opportunities to a large number of Nigerians and non-Nigerians alike, particularly Anambrans, who will be deployed to different areas in the construction of what is expected to be a smart city, which is a 21st century digitally compliant environment, which will be the first of its kind in these parts. Like the very smart Nnewi man, with a matched business acumen, always thinking out of the box with an uncommon Midas touch, Dr. Patrick Ifaenyi conceptualized an idea he called Anambra Youth Fiesta and Talent Hunt 2016, with which he has fully blended sports with entertainment. There couldn't be a better way to capture the youth. Sports and entertainment are like a magnet to which the youth will be willing to gravitate in any part of the world all the time. Again, like the pace-setter he has been in all the endeavors in which he has blazed the trail with groundbreaking exploits, Dr. Patrick Ifaenyi has become the first person to hold a truly well-organized and attended music concert, beauty pageant, and talent hunt event, all under one roof outside Lagos, the entertainment capital of Africa, which has monopolized the trend for decades. With the Anambra Youth Fiesta and Talent Hunt, it's a welcome break from the norm, and coming as it did at the peak of the Christmas and New Year festivities, when the Igbos cannot compromise a visit to their home base and kith and kins, Dr. Patrick Ifaenyi scored a strategic goal here. The venue of the Anambra Youth Fiesta and Talent Hunt program, Ifaenyi Stadium Ozubulu, Nnewi, Anambra State, was filled beyond capacity by youth and other people from different parts of Anambra State and beyond. Definitely an event that paraded a very star-studded list of the top much sought-after artists, which both the youth and even adults are craving for in more than sufficient numbers on the bill. There was no way the show would not have been oversubscribed as it was. Check out the impregnable combination of artists on parade: Casey, Davido, P-Square, Fino, Pato Rankin, and Humble Smith. Godons, Yor, Funny Bone, Senator, and AY handled the show as masters of ceremonies and comedians, and the general coordination of the event, which was very tight, it must be emphasized. In attendance at the Anambra Youth Fiesta and Talent Hunt Festival 2016 were former Senate President Senator Kenan Namani, Minister of Labor and Employment Senator Dr. Chris Ngige, who is from neighboring Alo town, very close to Nnewi, the action point, Senator Osita Izunaso, the National Organizing Secretary of the All Progressives Congress, APC. Others were Chief Chidi Anyebu, alias Chisco, and his wife, Chief Mike Ume and wife, Chief Ima Bishop Okonkwo, who has just celebrated his 60th birthday anniversary. Other guests were the President of Ohanese Ndibo, Chief Barrister Fabian Onyalo, his wife and children. The wife of the chief host of the event, Dr. Mrs. Uche Ifaenyi, was there with the children and a host of her friends. With the caliber and numbers of the leading actors, actresses, producers, directors, and other stakeholders in Nigeria's Nollywood industry in attendance at the Anambra Youth Fiesta and Talent Hunt Program 2016, they could easily shoot at least 2 films conveniently, with all the works professionally put in place. The event also had in attendance Prince B.C. Olatilo, multilingual broadcaster, master of ceremonies extraordinaire, and the producer of the B.C. Olatilo Show, BOS, the first television infotainment magazine program, a very strong brand which has, in the last 16 unbroken years, become a veritable platform from which Nigerians in all parts of the world can keep a tab with happenings back home, especially in the social and entertainment landscape. The event formally began with the anthem of FC Ifaenyi as a mark of respect for the magnificent venue where the event is taking place.
Go to Africa, FC Ifaenyi, united we stand, hand in hand, bringing glory to our land. Football club Ifaenyi, Anambra Warriors. Football club Ifaenyi.
To test the ground, to properly put the revelers in the right mood for the evening, a number of up-and-coming artists performed. These featured those who came tops in the talent hunt category of the event, which took place before the event. The first appearance of the contestants in the Most Beautiful Girl in Nnewi MBGN Beauty Pageant featured them dancing. Their second appearance saw them in native wears, where some of them brought their creative talents in traditional attires strongly to the forefront. They answered a few questions along the line to balance beauty, creativity, and intelligence on an equal footing. As the comedians titillated the audience with some wet jokes, Humble Smith and Pato Rankin came on in quick succession to show the world why they are the favorites of many.
I'm so proud to be because you're such an amazing toy. We promise you that you're gonna enjoy. You got it to me and no one can.
The first musical salvo that shook the totally jam-packed Ozubolo Nnewi in Anambra State Ifaenyi Stadium to its very foundation was when KC, the Limpopo crooner, pumped up the volume of excitement with 4 of his monster hits.
Oh my gosh! That's a sweat I am.
Fino and Davido followed with master strokes of the people's favorites. From then on, the youth had to surge to the field to make close contact with their musical idols, about whom they have only read in the newspapers or see on television. The feeling was ecstatic, and their tastes savored the warmth and affection showered towards them by everyone.
1, 2, go! Straight up, go! Straight up, go! Straight up, go! Straight up, go! 1, 2, go! Everybody go! Say you know, go! Everybody, let's go, let's go! So many lights watching Instagram that fits. Wow! Say you know, go! Everybody, let's go, let's go! So many lights watching Instagram that fits. You must be intentional. Say what? What? I must. I can tell you what reduction is about. Get down with this.
The Anambra Youth Fiesta and Talent Hunt program took a quick break for the presentation of the Special Award of Appreciation and Recognition to Dr. Patrick Ifaenyi by Igbos who live in China. In her thank you message, which she did on behalf of her husband, Dr. Mrs. Uche Ifaenyi thanked the group for the gesture, which she said is like tonic for her husband, to step up his goodness through philanthropy.
I want to say a very big and deep-hearted thank you to the Igbo race and Nigerians in China. We are so humbled by this prize. We are so humbled by this recognition, and we pray the good Lord will give us more grace to do more, because it's by His grace alone. It's not our personal effort. It's a move from above. Thank you so much. And we pray to touch more lives by the grace of God. Thank you, everybody.
The contestants for the Most Beautiful Girl in Nnewi Beauty Pageant were on stage again, this time in their dinner wears. They again had the question and answer sessions to contend with.
If Ifaenyi is the chairman of FC Ifaenyi Football Club, who is the founder of FC Ifaenyi Football Club? On to the next, and I will inform you that for this segment I shall be so professional that I will not crack any jokes.
Please
and I will maintain status quo on what we call professionalism.
If you are elected as the first female president of Nigeria, what 3 things or priority areas will you tackle, please?
Thank you for the question. First of all, I'll make a budget. Secondly, I'll make sure that all the youths are into something. Thirdly, I'll create something that's useful to everybody. Thank you.
Flavor, the ladies' man, who felt very much at home with the Nnewi crowd, also entertained with some of his monster hits, which the youth not only gyrated to, but sang along with him with flawless dexterity. The group that stood out with a phenomenally remarkable performance that night was P-Square, who held the crowd spellbound in terms of stagecraft, presence of mind, and timeliness. Above all, it was P-Square that gave everyone, particularly the viewers at home, that concert feel which can only be gotten from a well-put-together P-Square band that churned out all the hot favorites on its stable, most professionally. Of course, the crowd, especially the ladies, were all over them, taking selfies and photo shots as they pat them on the back for an outstanding performance.
When it comes to stay here. Let's go. Go with that trip. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, go. One more time. 1, 2, 6, go. Let's go. Let's go. Go. You got it in places. Let's go. Go. I'll teach you the best. Let's go. Chill. Relax. You ready? Let's go. 1, 2. Let's go. Come on. Make some noise. Can I do without you?
It has been a totally enjoyable time at the first ever Anambra Youth Fiesta and Talent Hunt Program 2016, with which Dr. Ifaenyi, who broke the decades-long norm and organized for the first time ever a concert of that caliber and standard east of the Niger. Anambrians will never forget it, and they will look forward with keen interest to the program henceforth. The only drawback that tended to remove from the very successful outing of the organizers was the organization of the most beautiful girl in the Nnewi beauty pageant, to which enough attention was not obviously devoted during the preparatory stages, where the contestants will have been properly screened to determine the level of their intelligent quotient, which was an area in which most of them fared badly. But no matter what, Nnewi must put its best foot forward in every area of life. Anyone who aspires to wear the most exalted and coveted crown as the most beautiful girl in Nnewi must be a very intelligent lady who carries herself with a lot of respectability and dignity. That way, she will be able to discharge her onerous responsibility as ambassador of Nnewi people at home and in the diaspora with a lot of pride and competence. These attributes were conspicuously missing in most of the contestants for the most beautiful girl in the Nnewi beauty pageant. That much was emphasized in the vote of thanks delivered by the main sponsor and visionary who conceptualized the whole idea, Dr. Ifaenyi, with which the curtain was drawn on the first ever edition of the Anambra Youth and Talent Hunt Program 2016.
Quite unfortunate. We enjoyed the night, but I believe we have a little challenge on our contestants. This is about education, and we take it very serious. I felt extremely disappointed, and also the chairman of FC Ifaenyi. We appreciate they have supported our club, but they have not lived up to expectation. We are not going to take away the prize gift, but we are going to review future sponsors. I believe everybody have a child or aspire to have a child, and education is key. I would not want my child to behave the way the contestant behaved tonight. I felt extremely disappointed, but to God be the glory. Thank you for honoring our invitation. See you tonight. Thank you.
Beacon Communications heartily congratulates Dr. Patrick Ifaenyi for his consistent innovations to give the life of the Nigerian youth a solid background